Oxnard community group took to the streets today calling for justice for a young man who was shot to death by police in a case of mistaken identity.
Several hundred demonstrators gathered outside of Oxnard Police Headquarters, a protest against police brutality in general, focused on one incident in particular, the shooting death of Alfonso Limon.
It's injustice what happened. He was innocent.
Because they cannot stop us from protesting, they had to figure out a way to get at us. So the citations that they've given me are traffic violations, right? And the fact of the matter is that out of the 250, 300 people in the march, they are targeting a particular person, myself this time, but it could be somebody else next time, right? Communities across California are taking it up a step further by not just having a vigil or a forum, they're having street actions. The community itself has decided we have the right to march and we're gonna walk through these streets.
Hola, buenos días. Pásenle.
Pásenle, están en su casa. Francisco, desde los 5 años hasta los 9, empezó a luchar por la justicia, por ejemplo. Empezó a estudiar lo que es, por ejemplo, los chicanos, estudios, todo referente a la raza, la vida aquí de los mexicanos. Yo le veo muchas cualidades y no sé qué será de él más adelante, porque ya sabemos como líderes y activistas dónde han terminado, ¿verdad? Pero todo por una causa noble y justa.
Ellos estuvieron, me imagino, buscando en qué agarrarlo para hacerle algo, ¿verdad? Lo único que encontraron fue eso, que lo de la marcha, que estaban pasando en la luz roja. Y pues no nada más a él, sino a todas las personas que estuvieron con ellos, ¿verdad? Porque no es nada más él, son todas las demás personas.
El justiciero no está haciendo la justicia.
We're here in front of the City Council chambers, and what we'll be doing is going inside and make a presentation during the public comments. The City Council chambers is right in front of the police station. These two very institutions are the representative body of what is going on our community streets in regards to police brutality and the lack of accountability and really the impunity that these officers that are out on the street still patrolling have. And so what we're here to address tonight here is that we denounce these new charges that they've given me for participating in the People's March Against Police Brutality this last October 13th. We're going to go right into, right before the City Council. I think it's time to go to battle.
My son was brutally beaten and murdered by the Oxnard Police Department. I seen his body. He was murdered. So what we're doing in our marches is not just for my son, because nothing is going to bring him back, but it's to prevent somebody else from getting murdered. After my son, I believe it was Michael Mahoney. A few months later, it was Alfonso Limon, an innocent bystander. What justification did anybody have to kill these guys? None. We have been murdered with our kids. We lie in the grave with them. Do you think this pain goes away? Not a minute of our lives. So are we gonna stand up and let you guys know how we feel? You better believe it. With your permission or without. We had enough. There's so many beatings that have gone on. Show us we have the right to know how many people the city has paid because of the abuse of the police officers. Show the community. And then you tell me if we have a right to stand up and fight.
What we're talking about here is the criminalization of dissent. And our fight to uphold some of those basic civil rights our right to protest, our right to freedom of speech, assembly. Similar to when, for example, not that long in our current history, it was told you cannot be in the front of this bus because you're black, right? Or brown, or indigenous. You cannot march, or we'll sick the canines on you, we'll hose you down, we'll smash your face in. When the youth went to the diner to go eat, they were told, you can't do that because you're breaking the law. But the people said, you know what? There's something more beyond what you're telling me. And that's our fight for freedom and for justice. So they stayed there. They took the hits, they took the bites, they took the beatings, and some were killed. It's a civil and human rights movement is what we have here. We're building a statewide movement to hold police officers accountable so they can no longer walk around our streets with impunity. Until an officer is put in jail, like any other person that kills somebody, this will continue. So I want to say, as you sit there around the Christmas tree, think about it with your hearts. Is this really about what's being said here, or is it something else? Is it really about the criminalization of dissent?
Thank you so much.